everyone. Welcome to another podcast episode of Haystack Nation. I'm your host, Jesse C.S., and we're here with Vanessa, Evanette, and the one and only Doane.
How's it going?
Hello, it's good to be back.
Yay. Hey, we're all here.
All here.
Awesome.
Finally.
How long has it taken for us to be back
Fantastic
together?
for.
Yeah, it's been a while. I mean, it's probably been a few weeks, you know?
Dude, it's
More
been
than
like
that.
months, bro.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Vanessa, I'm sorry about the water.
I know. I thought there was water in that cup.
Well, there was water in the cup.
Oh.
Sorry about that. I drank it all. You can feel free to, run over and get us some more water.
There's
Is
water
that
in this
good?
cup.
Is that good, Doane?
Yep.
Good water.
Well, yeah, man, this is fun. This is good. We're all here today. We're going to talk about a couple of topics and hopefully create some drama and, get some more listeners.
Drama's always
Next
good
on
for the
the
views.
Haystack Nation.
The Haystack Nation drama.
Or soap opera.
Soap opera. Sure. That's not exactly...
The drama you're looking for?
I'm not sure that's exactly like a godly kind of thing, right? I mean,
No, but you said
what did I say?
something about the drama.
Well, I was saying let's not create unnecessary drama.
Like right now.
Like right now, Vanessa, stop trying to fight with me.
Enough with the drama.
This is
Enough with the drama.
this is becoming a novella, dude.
Yeah,
Already.
yeah. You know where those go. You know how those go.
You have to change your name to Alejandro.
Raúl. What about the women? Where are they? Maria. No.
María, la del barrio.
I don't know. What's a typical women?
Telenovela?
Woman's name
No, I
in
don't
a
know.
novela.
Yulibet.
No relation to our friend Yuli, by the way.
Me llamo Yulibet.
See what happens when we all get together.
If
It's
for
It's
for
more
those that
fun
are
when I'm here, right?
for those
More
that are
fun.
watching, Yulibet is actually a close friend of Haystack Nation. She hangs out with us from time to
Yeah,
time. So
yeah.
you may have seen her in some of the videos. So.
Yuli, don't get mad at us, okay? Don't stop being our friend.
Do we have a?
Speaking,
We don't have any friends named Alejandro.
No, we don't.
Oh.
So that works out.
Raúl.
Oh, Raúl.
Or-
Wait,
Dan. Dan could be Daniel.
Daniel.
Daniel
Yessi.
y Yuli.
Daniel, Yessi y Doane. Y Vanessa y Evanette. Nah.
Change hers.
But, speaking of friends, though, something sad has happened to some of our close friends. The Primero family, Jody, has lost her father, right? In the last week. So, Jody, if you're listening, we just want to let you know that we're thinking of you and your family and praying for you guys. And we are keeping you in our thoughts and praying that, God comforts you in this very difficult time. And that also, gives you guys peace. So, yeah, just always hard when you lose a loved one. And I think we should probably do a little prayer, right? Probably do a little prayer. Yeah. Father in heaven, at this time, we lift our friends, Jody, and the loss of her father, Lord. We pray that you will comfort them, give them peace, and also hope, Lord. Hope that one day we will see our loved ones again, and that we can all look forward to that soon coming. And so we pray that you will again bring a blessing upon their family, Lord, and again cover them with your presence. And we ask all this in your name. Amen.
Amen.
All right. So, always hard when you have to go through something like that. And so we wish them the very best, of course.
And we're here if you guys need anything, okay? And don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're just
Call
one phone call
1-800
away.
Haystack Nation.
Yeah.
Or you have our number.
Yeah, you have some, Facebook. I mean, I know that Vanessa and Jody are Facebook friends, and I'm sure Evanette and so Facebook definitely will reach out to you, Jody, as well. But we are here for you and your family. All right. So also want to remind some of our listeners that we have a special, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a special segment, a special show, spin-off other than Haystacks, right? So
just series, like
Our
a
series.
there you go,
like a
series. That's what I was looking for,
Series.
series.
Yeah.
So other than haystacks, so so explain Evanette and Vanessa, what is this other than haystacks?
Well, it's a series of us doing a little cooking show.
Yep.
Where, we cook
What kind of
quick,
food?
easy, healthy meal, something for you and your family.
Yeah,
That's
So-
other than haystacks,
Yeah.
right?
Something to eat other than haystacks.
other than haystacks.
Because what brought us together was haystacks, right? That's
Right.
Every time we would meet, it was the easiest thing to throw together.
Yeah,
With
because it's good for big groups, right?
Yeah,
Right.
and each person can customize it, and we still enjoy that. But
Yeah.
it's nice to try other things.
What's been your
once in a
favorite
while.
one so far?
I like
You're-
the tofu taco one.
Yeah, was that our first one?
I think that was our first one, and
Yeah.
that was a good one. That was a fun one to film.
Tofu tacos.
Yes, tofu tacos.
Oh, okay.
Now, not to put you on the spot or anything. Well, I'm gonna put you on the spot. But like, what's coming up? Any idea? Anything cooking in your heads as far as what the next?
Maybe
Shows that you
dessert
get-
will be fun. Some desserts.
Healthy desserts, right?
Healthy dessert. Yeah.
Anything?
We're cooking up something in our mind.
Yeah. Pun intended.
So stay tuned for that.
Well, good. All right. So, just to encourage our listeners to check out that series, Other Than Haystacks. You can go to YouTube, search Haystack Nation, and then you'll find our Other Than Haystacks series there. And it's all about cooking. It's all about eating and preparing healthy meals and just living a healthy lifestyle, because that's what we're all about here.
That's right.
All about living healthy. So, and you guys do a good job with that. You and Vanessa, do a
And
good
you
job
too,
with.
Jesse.
Nah, I don't do everything.
Jesse, you're in there too.
You're
Come
in
on,
there.
I don't do
give yourself
anything.
A little
No.
pat on the back.
I don't do
Can
very
you do that?
much.
Can you pat yourself
Yeah.
on the back?
There you go.
Oh, okay.
How about
Good.
this instead? Thank you. Thank you. All right. Or maybe this one. Okay.
That's when
So,
the cooking doesn't come out too good.
hey, Evanette, so you yeah, right. Hey, when does that happen? That hasn't happened.
Well, because you have the lovely ladies here to guide you through it.
Yeah. They haven't messed up. Everything that they've made is very good. You talked earlier, Evanette, about dating your significant other.
Is that
Your spouse. Your spouse.
That's my spouse
AKA spouse.
right here.
So, okay, well, what are your thoughts on that? What were you,
Well, I thought we could discuss, since we've, this past couple of weeks, we've all spent time without our kids, and how much fun that's
it's been
like.
blissful.
You enjoyed not being with your kids.
I mean,
You know what? We need
Hey, man.
breaks.
don't twist my words. I love my children.
She's not saying she doesn't love them.
Right.
But sometimes you
just-
need adult time.
Right.
Yeah.
Just kind of like regroup, just spend time with each other and think, do I still like you?
So what was your conclusion? What was your conclusion at the end of? Because the girls are coming back like this weekend.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for them,
Well, you
still
So I
haven't
guess
told
that's
us
your
what your
answer.
yeah, you still haven't answered the
That
question.
was her answer.
I can't wait for the girls to come back,
Let's go.
so I don't have to answer this question.
Anyway,
My conclusion is we still have fun together. And I think we can still keep going, right?
Fist bump.
Don't leave me hanging, man.
I'm just gonna. She's a
What?
pretty good roommate, man.
I mean, we've had fun
But
hanging out.
what did you guys do?
Yeah.
We did a lot of stuff.
And remember, there are families listening to this,
Yeah.
so
So we'll save the after dark stuff for later.
that's for Haystack After Dark. We don't discuss that here.
all right, yeah. But fill us in, like what you spent.
So when Doane and I, when what we consider date night or hanging out, we'll go bike riding.
Yeah.
We'll go check out a new place to go eat. We've discovered new places around Fort Worth.
It's not just date night, right? It's like we will. If we're together the whole day, we'll just find
You'll find
Like
some
a
activities that we both
Activities.
like to do together, right?
Something that we don't typically do with our girls.
Yeah.
They can't go on a 10, 12-mile bike ride in the heat with us.
Right.
I mean, they could, but they'd probably pass
yeah.
out.
who can? Can you guys go on a
I can't hang with
in a
that.
90-degree?
No. Yeah.
So that's why we only do it together.
The kids would be after 5 minutes like,
Right.
I'm hot. I'm
Right.
tired.
I
Can
want a
we-
snack.
I want a snack.
I'm hungry.
It's like, well, there goes my ride.
Right. So we did that a couple of times, and that was fun.
Well, I have noticed that when we hang around you guys, you glow more, you look more rejuvenated, you look a little younger.
More energetic, right?
What have you noticed, Vanessa?
I don't know. We've had Dwayne most of the time by himself.
What have you noticed about Doane, Vanessa?
That he's around more.
Man. He has been around more. Yeah, he's free.
You know, I can
Right.
take a hint, Vanessa. Yeah, so
Well,
for
okay, well,
those that don't
wait,
know,
hold on.
my wife is a nurse and
Yeah.
she works night shift. And when she does, sometimes I come over and visit my buddy Jesse.
Yeah.
So
And
So
we hang.
He
I
got a
didn't know.
glimpse of a bachelor life, you know.
Yeah, a little bit of a memory, a flashback.
Yeah. What did you do? Ask him how it's.
Well, I
like
was going to
be a
ask him, like,
bachelor.
you know, for on your end, you know, from your perspective, what was it like to spend all that free time with your wife?
it was
Did you get-
without your wife.
it was pretty good because as you know, the past 3 months have been rough at work.
Oh,
We've had
yeah.
a project deadline that we've had to meet, and even when the girls were here, I was putting in 13 hours a day and
Yeah.
barely had enough time to spend with them at night. By the time I got off the computer, it was pretty late, and you know, we couldn't go out and ride bikes or do any of that. But while they were gone, I was able to catch up, and then once I caught up with that, I was even able to catch up on our relationship, talk about important things. Like,
You're like, oh, so
Where
how's it
we're at.
going?
no, like I mean, really, we hadn't
Yeah.
really spoken about, you know, household things that we got to discuss. I don't know, finances, all that stuff.
That's what I say. Like
You know,
regrouping,
we-
as in
yeah.
our goals, how we're doing, where we're going.
We talked
Yeah.
about some future goals. You know, it kind of
Should we leave?
helped put things into perspective. So you know, we got
Should we leave? Should we leave?
leave.
Should we get new friends?
Absolutely not.
I think Vanessa
That's-
would like Jesse to get a new friend. She's been hinting over here.
That is forbidden.
But we were also able to reconnect with some of our friends and make new friends as well
Yeah.
that we didn't, you know, we couldn't really do.
Because of your kids.
Well, one of the nights that we went on a date, we hung out with you guys too. You know,
Yeah.
that's something else
Yeah.
we did. We enjoy
Couples
hanging out
night,
with friends.
we did. Yeah, we did.
we-
Because Vanessa and I got away.
right?
Yeah,
Also.
we met you while you were doing the same thing,
Yeah.
getting away from your kids, right?
I would say running away would be more. No. Yeah, we got away. It
Yeah, and how did that feel?
was
How was that? Tell us about your experience.
Okay,
Well,
but how was
yeah.
it when you guys hung out with us?
Words, Jesse, use your words.
We had Vanessa and I, we definitely since we both work, just like you guys, you know, you both work. So we get to a point where we're so tired and we're so burned out, and we could feel it. You know, we just feel it. We feel the stress, you know, the wear and all that. So we decided we just needed to take a couple of days off, and so we ended up going to the Gaylord, the big resort here in Grapevine.
Yeah.
Your
in the
little
DFW area.
staycation.
Yeah, staycation, and it was great. We actually started our staycation by going to get massages. We went to get
Really?
couples massage.
Massages.
Yeah,
It's nice.
Yeah.
it's nice. It was great.
Very relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, when we met up with you guys that day, you guys look pretty relaxed.
Touche. No, we had a really relaxing day. So we did that. And then after that, we decided to go get lunch, and we went to Joe T's.
Joe T.
Garcia's.
Joe T. Garcia.
Yeah, because they have the nice garden, the
Yeah.
outdoor garden area. So it was really nice. It was a nice day.
Yeah.
And we were pretty relaxed and having a good time until I got a phone call from work
Oh,
saying,
Wah, wah,
hey, we need, and I'm like, oh, then they kind of went downhill a little bit there, right?
Oh
Yeah.
man, that stinks.
Yeah, that was a little stressful because it kind of interrupted our nice little alone time.
your date.
Yeah, and then once we got past all that, then we headed out to Grapevine and
Met
went
up
to
with
the
us.
resort. Yeah. So we checked in at the resort, and then After that, we
Took a nap.
took a nap. Yeah, we took a nap.
No judgment there.
I mean, you don't get to do too much of that. I mean, I will take occasionally. I will have a little bit of a break during the day and take a little nap. But this was like
Occasionally.
I don't have to worry about
That's every
anything.
day at 3 o'clock.
Well, shoot, man. So yeah,
From 3 to 3:45.
When
That's
I
Jesse's nap
try
time.
to call Jesse around anytime from 2 to 4 on Sabbath day, I won't get an
unavailable. Yeah. But I mean, but that's kind of. I mean, it just tells you
mean,
how the week goes sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
But
answer. We're not judging you, Jesse.
I felt very
Definitely.
judged.
Saying.
But we didn't like during our date days. We didn't get like in-depth conversations like you about our future. We were just like eating and
We were enjoying the present moment.
yes.
I mean, when you guys were dating pre-kids, you'd have conversations like when you'll have kids, you know, like
No,
you know,
that never
about
happened.
buying
We
a
are
house.
in the moment type of people.
Oh, okay.
I didn't. We didn't have those conversations.
No, because it just kind of bam, it happened.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
that's Haystack After Dark.
Yeah. No, we've yeah, you're right. I mean, when we were dating or we were, you know, we would have those conversations about
Right.
family but this was different. I think we just want to kind of get away and de-stress and not really have to, you know,
Right.
think too much
We
about
didn't-
life.
Yeah, that was the thing. It's like we didn't want to have to deal with things that we're trying to work on at home or like, you know, house projects or whatever. We just wanted to enjoy having that time like alone, enjoying a nice dinner or a lunch or whatever, kid free, not having to worry about a little kid saying, I don't like this or I'm bored.
Well, it was I would say it was a lot of vegetating
Yes.
instead of meditating. We were just
Yeah.
vegetating, like
Which is nice. And sometimes you need that.
yeah. I just needed to kind of not have to worry too much about things. But I get what you guys are saying too. It's good to kind of regroup and make sure you're heading in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I mean, I think each couple kind of knows what they need during that time off, and you kind of just enjoy it, and you discuss things, you talk about things, you enjoy the time. I mean, literally for us, it was let's just get away from things, let's unwind, let's decompress, de-stress. One of the nights we stayed up till like 4 a.m. watching Cobra Kai. Thanks to
You're
you guys.
welcome, by
Thanks
the
to
way.
you guys. What? Yes, we watch TV. But I mean, you know, it was just like that. And then the next day, we had no idea what to do, right? I mean, we had an idea. We were going to go and do Top Golf, right, to that driving range. But then we were like, yeah, do we really want to drive 20 minutes? It's like, we do that every day. We drive everywhere. So let's take the shuttle. So we took the shuttle from the hotel to Grapevine Historic, you know, this historic area there. And we just had lunch.
There you go.
And after that, we just kind of hung out the rest of the afternoon.
It's
Nice.
almost like a vacation, right? When like I feel like this last 3 weeks, I mean, we literally went kind of on a mini vacation to North Carolina,
Oh, yeah.
and that was fun.
Yeah.
Well, we were there. We did cool things. We did some awesome hiking. So good hiking trails and what else did we do? Besides that, we like to spend time outdoors. A lot, as much as possible.
Yeah, we do as well.
Usually,
I don't know.
when we go on bike rides here, we'll try to find a nice place to have lunch and stuff like that afterwards. So.
Did you feel we reconnected, Vanessa? Okay, too long.
No, I mean, because I mean, it was just, we just got to focus on each other.
Yeah. So I guess the question is it healthy to have these, to date your spouse? Is this a good thing?
I think it's a
Yes.
good thing. I think it's just a rare thing.
Yeah. It's hard.
It's
hard to
something, you
do
know,
when you're raising a family.
sometimes it's something that you have to be intentional about
Yeah.
also.
And because it doesn't happen very often, I think it's what do you say? It's more meaningful and you treasure it more.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you do enjoy those moments a lot more, don't you?
Yeah. It's not just
'cause-
something we take for granted.
Right.
Like every week, date night, you know.
Yeah, because it is a special time. It is a special time that it's like this is different than the normal, ordinary, everyday things that we have to do. Our lives as parents, and everything else that we do, it's slammed. I mean, we literally are slammed from the moment we wake up till we go to bed. It's like there's so many demands on us, and we're stressed,
especially when both parents are working every day, right?
Yep.
And then even if there's one parent working and another one staying home with the kids all day, like that's a full-time job being with the kids as well.
Yeah,
right? So
absolutely. So I think
either
it is
way you
good.
look at it, it's life.
It's healthy for the relationship because I think that also there comes a point where you get so involved in family things and your attention is so much towards your children, responsibilities, or everything else that I think after a while you do begin to disengage a little bit from your spouse, from your partner, right? Because your attention's everywhere else. Yeah. And so if you're not careful, like I've seen this happen with people where it's like, they have kids, they raise a family, they're providing and everything. And then eventually their kids grow up and they move out. And then they're like, oh, hey, it's just you and me. For the last few years, they've been so involved in everything else. They forgot about each other.
They forgot what? They forgot how they even first came to be a couple at the very beginning, right?
Yeah.
Like you lose all that in the middle of life.
Yeah.
Going through life.
And I literally remember there was some people I was working with, or a person I was working with, and she was describing that. It's like our kids are gone and now we're like, hi, hey. It's like it's like they're strangers. Like they never took that time to like reconnect. And so you have to do that, occasionally,
once in a while,
as much as possible, so that you are in tune with your loved one.
Right. And I agree because
like do you want to get to that point where you're like you get older and then your kids move out and you're like, oh hey,
right,
what's up?
No, I agree because like for me, I feel like we have many roles, where I'm a mom, I'm a friend, I am a daughter, and I'm a nurse. And then what's my role as a wife?
Yeah.
And so sometimes when you take all that other stuff, it's like, who am I with you? Mm-hmm. And
my roommate.
Yeah. Are we roommates? Are we lovers?
What are we exactly?
Are we?
Are we lover roommates?
Yeah. And I mean, just for fun, sometimes Doane, I call him my boyfriend and be like, let's go out.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
Let's pretend we're not married. Let's see how fun this is. Let's go back into dating game.
That's getting into deeper issues, man. I don't think we have time to go there.
Deeper issues.
So this is a good transition into one of the things we kind of want to touch on also in a more, in a spiritual sense, but also in a very practical sense about compatibility, right? And the whole notion that what is compatibility and should there be some level of compatibility when you are dating someone, where you're getting ready for marriage, what does that look like? So we've been actually talking about the Advent home, right? We've been reading some passages from there. And so there is a chapter in the Advent home. Again, this is the book from Ellen White. And we would encourage couples, families, even people considering marriage, right, or relationships, to check out this book because it has a lot of good advice. But there's a chapter 12, that talks about compatibility. So let me just read a couple of things, and then you guys give me your ideas. In many families, there is not, this one's called Adapted to Each Other. In many families, there is not that Christian politeness, that true courtesy, difference, and respect for one another that would prepare its members to marry and make happy families of their own. In the place of patience, kindness, tender courtesy, and Christian sympathy and love, there are sharp words, clashing ideas, and criticizing dictatorial spirit. Ouch. Well, there will be no compatibility if that's your approach, right?
Right.
Yeah, thoughts on that one? In many families, it's saying here that doesn't exist.
That doesn't exist?
It does not exist. Well, I mean, it's saying that that preparation for maybe your children raising good families of their own, it's not there. It's missing. That true courtesy, that politeness is not found. And saying, and instead of that, there's criticism, sharp words, dictatorial spirit.
Is that something that happens at the beginning? Is that what she's saying?
Yeah, well, I mean, she's saying there's an absence of politeness and kindness and respect. And if that is absent, then you're going to likely have family or children that raise families that also have that absent. And so, that's not, I guess when that happens, there's no adaptation. Like, how can you adapt to someone else? How can you be compatible with someone else when you have no notion of respect or love or kindness? I think that's what she's saying. I'll go on here and says, it is often the case that persons before marriage have little opportunity to become acquainted with each other's habits and disposition. And so far as everyday life is concerned, they are virtually strangers when they unite their interests at the altar, aka marriage. Many find too late that they are not adapted to each other, and lifelong wretchedness is the result of their union. Ooh, lifelong wretchedness.
Wow.
How would you like that?
I mean, how do you become adapted to each other's habits if you're not like living together before marriage,
Yeah, well, that's a good question. Let's see if there's an answer here.
Which is a lot of people these days is kind of like a trial run, before marriage. Like, let's move in. If we're compatible. If we're compatible.
If we can work, yeah.
Yeah, is that advised though?
Yeah.
It could go well, it could go bad.
Right. I mean, there are people who live together for 10 years and,
Yeah. Well, I think that's what they're kind of saying here is that, they have no idea how to get along or be together. And then that often results in just, a pretty wretched and unhappy marriage. As then it says, often the wife and children suffer from the indolence and inefficiency or the vicious habits of the husband and father.
Oh, so it's you guys.
Yeah, it's our fault. Apparently, it's our fault.
I like this book.
You like this book?
Tell it how it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's go to the other part where it talks about the women.
No, you keep it going.
The world is full of misery and sin today in consequence of ill-assorted marriages. In many cases, so it doesn't really say, it doesn't say that, you have to live together before. It just says that, I guess it's saying there has to be some level of knowing each other and some level of acquaintance with each other so that, you don't go into a marriage completely blind. So the world is, how you go about doing that, I guess, is up to each person's own judgment, right? But, I guess you guys would agree that if you go into a marriage and not know the other person, who the other person is, and not knowing that person, and to some level, their habits or their whatever, would you do that? Is that advice? Should you go into a marriage just thinking, well, God's going to bless me anyway, so I may not know that person very well, but I'm going to go get married anyway because God will bless me. Is that the right approach?
When you're dating, right, and you're not moved in, but you're dating.
Yeah.
You see, like, one side of a person, right? And that's
probably the good side.
Yeah, it's usually that side that, you both are excited.
That's for, like, the first year.
The honeymoon phase.
The honeymoon phase, right?
And I guess what Evanette was asking was like, do you really get to know a person's habits through that, right? Like, no, because you're still living separate homes usually. Mm-hmm. All you see is like when you guys are together having fun.
Yeah.
Going skydiving or who knows what else.
Yeah.
Couples do these days.
We never did that.
No, but when they're, do you really see those true habits? But
yeah.
And I guess the word adaptability, you adapt once you're married, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't see the bad habits of,
you
leave your towels there. Oh, you don't put that there.
You left the toilet seat up?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay,
man.
well,
Yeah.
okay, so
I think in like the bigger matters, you get to know those people to see if they are compatible. Like the little things you're talking about, those are like every little normal like
that shouldn't
big
break
thing.
your marriage.
Right. It's the bigger topics and things that are important to you that you discuss with that person through dating, that you get to know and find out whether, you know, what is this person, you know, do they believe the same thing I believe? Or, you know, it's those bigger things that I think that this is what they're talking about, not whether you leave the toilet seat up or.
Let's talk about habits.
Okay.
You know, you have bad habits. Am I going to live with this?
But again, that's a bigger topic. Like, so if there's some other issue that's going on, more than likely you're going to see that.
While you're dating?
Yeah,
So, I mean, is it fair to say that while you're dating, you're not going to know everything about the person?
correct.
But at the
While
same,
you're married, you're not going to know
well,
about
that too,
Yeah, they're still learning.
but like, okay, so what kind of things should a person do to get to know someone else before marriage? Like, how do you get to know that person, and how do you know whether you know enough of that person to say, okay, I'm gonna get married?
There are things that you got to be compatible on. Like, does this person like to do things that I like to do?
Okay,
right?
so
I mean,
interests.
interests, right?
Okay.
I mean,
That's a good one.
I mean, because if you're gonna be with someone that does things that you don't like to do, you're probably not gonna be completely happy unless you.
I personally remember the moment I knew I was compatible with Vanessa.
Oh, tell us about it.
from like
Yeah, tell us, Jesse.
Remember we went paintballing together?
Oh, and you're like, this is the girl.
This is the girl right here, man.
Yeah.
she can take a hit.
Well, I had, so this is funny. I got to
This
tell the
needs
story.
to be the girl.
I got to. So, well, you know, I'm being a little bit funny about it, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, yeah, I can. All right, I think she kind of likes me.
We've only been
I
dating for like
think-
2
She
years
shot
at
me.
this point.
I think there's some. I think this I got a shot here.
Where she
No
shoot
pun
you?
intended. Where did she shoot me?
Shot you in the
In
heart.
the heart. No, so okay, so we were playing, and well, that was one thing that kind of surprised me about Vanessa is that she paintballed. I mean, she had like her
I'm
own
a very
gun.
unassuming person about a lot of things.
Yeah. Well, as we found out, right, about all kinds of
Apparently,
yeah.
she's like a grandmaster in karate.
No.
Okay, so wait, so
Latte.
so I learned that she paintballed, and I was like, oh wow, that's cool, because you know most girls don't care about paintballing, but Vanessa had the gear, she had the gun. I mean, she had the whole thing, and
Before she met you?
yeah,
Oh, wow.
this was before she met me, yeah.
Oh, wow. V. I didn't know.
So.
We
So we went paintballing at her house because they have some acreage. You know, your dad has some property, and so we went out there. That was the first time that we went paintballing, and so she had other family that had gone. There was a bunch of us. So she
They
had
did
some.
not let us be on the same team.
Yeah, they wouldn't let us be on the same team. So I was okay. That's fine. So we were in the we were in the middle of a fighting, going back and forth and everything, and so I decided I was gonna go and just charge the other group, and I don't care what. I just went out and I started shooting everyone, but they ambushed me. I mean, I was like totally ambushed. It was like 5 or 6 guys that got around me and started shooting me, and so I couldn't get out of there, and I was on the ground. And I was getting shot up like really bad, and I got shot in the face. Like one of the paint. I guess when I went down, when I slid down, the mask went up, and I got shot right in the mouth. Bam! By a paintball at like
you had
short
a big
range.
swollen lip, right?
Yeah,
after that?
totally
Yeah.
big swollen
It
lip.
was like a golf ball size.
Yeah, I was like, it was huge.
All right,
And-
what happened?
And the thing was that was the week my brother was getting married, and I was like the best man. All right, great. So, but anyway, as I was on the ground and I'm getting shot, then Vanessa comes running and she like jumps on me and she's covering me and she's like trying to stop the paintballs from hitting me.
She protected
She protected me. I was like,
Because he was
This is
trying,
love.
he was yelling like, "Okay, guys, because
oh yeah, 'cause like stop.
Yeah.
I give up. You know, you surrender at that point, right? But they
No one cared.
no, they didn't care. This is Vanessa's new boyfriend. We're gonna
Oh, yeah.
initiate him or whatever.
yes, because this was all family."
Yeah, it was all family, so they were like, yeah. I mean, it was all fun and everything. I mean, it wasn't
Right.
cruel, but you know,
But she protected you.
protected me, and I was like, that's it.
That's this the one.
We are compatible.
Bought the ring the next day.
Maybe a couple of days later, but I do remember that.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Have you been paintballing since?
We paintballed a little bit after that, but I mean, yeah, we haven't been paintballing in a long time. Yeah.
So have you
That should
found
be
you
our
have you,
next
have you
date.
found new interests?
Have we found
I mean,
interest?
you-
yeah, well, coming back to
you-
your point about interest, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if
Because you got to keep it going, dude. Like, right? Marriage is forever. Or
I
it's
think I
supposed
don't
to
know.
be.
I mean, we used to do a lot when we were
We
dating,
did.
trying new things, and now it's just a little harder to.
Oh, now we got kids.
that's our common interest. Wait, where's my button?
No, don't get us
Hey,
wrong.
yeah, no, our kids are awesome.
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
it's
Kids
because
are a
like
blessing.
sometimes when we go out, we have like an hour, and most of the time it's like, okay, let's just go to dinner.
You could do a lot in an hour.
Not when you live out in the country.
Yeah, we have to drive
It takes
half
30
an hour
minutes,
just to get
yeah,
somewhere.
just to
So
get
you really
out.
only have 30 minutes.
yeah.
Yeah.
True that.
Yeah.
Sit in
What
your
are your
car.
guys' interests? I mean, how did you guys connect with your interests?
Oh,
We like traveling, man.
That's-
You know,
you
we
guys
both
like to
enjoy traveling.
going
What
to
else?
different places.
Dude, I never liked snowboarding, and you know she liked it, so I said, you know what, I'll try it, and I got into it, man. So
Yeah.
now that interest that she has, I also have. So
That's good. That's good.
We went snowboarding in Canada. That was fun.
Yeah.
I didn't think I would enjoy it, but I did.
Biking, you know.
You know, and that's the thing.
And
That's
we
the-
did that too. Yeah.
That's the thing I was gonna say. I think being open to try things that the other person like. I mean, you, even if you're not compatible in one thing, I feel like you can become compatible if
Yeah.
you're willing to try it, and if you end up liking it, right?
Yeah.
So I think we're constantly, as we go through life, we're constantly having to shift gears and find other ways to be compatible to keep it going, right?
Right. Right.
So
And I think we're going back to that question about, well, how do you know when you're dating? You know, how do you? I think there has to be some fundamental things, right? Like they're saying here, kindness, love, respect. You know, do you see those things when you're?
They're all there when you're dating, but once you get married, I mean,
It
can
changes.
change. It can change.
I think also it's when you meet his family, how he treats his family, how he treats his mom. I remember when I met Doane, I think back in college, I ran into him and with his family, and they were at the mall. Do you remember this?
No.
And
He's like, where are you going with this?
yeah, you're at the mall with your parents. Your parents visited you often, and maybe I was with my brother.
Your boyfriend?
And, no, my
Oh.
brother. I don't remember who I was with, but he took his mom out just to buy her perfume. You know, he regularly did that. Just bought her presents for random reasons. Because his mom came to visit, he went out and bought her things.
do you get presents
I do
randomly?
randomly. He used to, yeah. Now it's like
Now I got now I got to be careful, because if I buy like an article of clothing and it's like the wrong size, and I get embarrassed if it doesn't fit, or
happens to me all the time.
so I just say, you
I
know
buy
what?
you the wrong pair of clothes.
No, I buy you the wrong.
Jesse, you haven't done that since we
man.
first started dating.
That's not true,
That's
Vanessa.
very
Stop causing discord
Drama.
here.
just showing.
Jesse,
some-
she's
Oh.
giving you a hint, man.
So you noticed things about Doane and how he treated his family.
right.
Yeah.
He was very family oriented. He when
That's a
his
good one.
nephew and nieces were very, very young when we started dating, and they were like their favorite uncle, or I don't know if that's true, but
maybe back in the day.
back in the day.
now,
Did
now
you-
that they're
did you know
older
this?
teenagers, it's probably like,
Yeah.
Did you know this?
no, I didn't.
No.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. I mean, so I think you notice things, and in that process of dating, in that process of getting to know the other person, you begin to think, okay, there are certain things that I'm compatible, with this person that are fundamental and important, and obviously as you get married and the relationship evolves, then you learn other things as well. But, I think initially you have to have some sense of whether, this person is right for me or not, whether it's on the level of interests, on the level of how he treats other people, on the level of how he treats, what, is he industrious? Is he have good work ethic? Whatever the case may be, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Does he have a nice car?
well, did I have
I thought it was nice until a few dates we had to push it a few times to the gas station, but
And that's when you question things.
I started questioning things at that point.
That just even was further evidence that Vanessa was the right person for me. She actually would get out and push the car with me.
She helped you push?
She would help me push.
All right.
I would have been embarrassed.
You know,
I'd have been like, Doane, call somebody.
Evanette would have been in the car and Doane would have been pushing. She'd be like, come on, get me off the road.
Yeah.
Well, we had all kinds of those kind of moments. Like, you know, we just had some really.
And I think it's those moments where
Yeah.
you see how is this
Somebody's
person going to react.
character. Yeah.
You know,
Well, I got another story for
are they
you all.
patient, or do they get stressed out easily? It's like, you know, if you lose a luggage, you know.
Yeah, like when we were in Dominican Republic, you know, and you were drowning with Gio. I didn't stress.
Is this guy gonna save me?
I didn't stress out. You know, I assessed.
He didn't.
He
Hey,
did.
you'll be okay. You drowning? Ah, you'll be fine.
Oh. Yeah, we decided to go into
This
the.
is thanks for saving my life.
I'm just saying, like,
Apparently,
you know,
my life is worth $10.
We went on a vacation to Dominican Republic with the girls. We were having a blast, and we decided to go swim in the beach that day. The currents were pretty strong.
hard,
that day, and we it ended up taking us back. Of course, I'm a strong swimmer, so I was able to get to shore with Kina.
Yeah.
And then they were getting pushed back further, and I was like looking around like, what do I do? And then I saw the lifeguard running, and so I was like, he got this.
That's his
You know,
perspective.
I
That is
assessed-
his perspective.
I know from their perspective, like she has the video, right? I mean, she had the phone recording,
Yeah.
and she
But
didn't know.
that
But it
was,
was like,
unintentional.
Yeah.
I did not know it was recorded. But his perspective is, they've got it. He's got it. My perspective is, I'm yelling his name, Doane.
As the waves come crashing
And-
down.
I see him look back, walking away.
Bye.
no, well, I was with my youngest, Kina, and I wasn't gonna leave her there alone in a foreign country while I'm out there. You know, I don't know what could happen. Someone could come by and take her, and then that would have been worse. The guy was already going out. The lifeguard that was there was already jumping in the water at that time. And I said, he has this, man. He does this. This is his job. You know, he got.
He
So,
got a good tip for it too.
I assessed the situation. I kept my cool. That's what you just said. You like that about me, right? And then she comes
Not-
back.
not in
telling
that instance.
She came back telling everyone how bad it was and how I just didn't want to save her. And
You were looking right at me.
I was like, dude, give me a break.
But I didn't even see
You're
you
here.
run towards the lifeguard. Like, oh, look.
Go help.
No, man. What I was looking at was
At that
what
moment.
I was looking at was that Gia was still in her inner tube. Because if she was not in it, that's when I would have run out and jumped in. But
So would you
Okay.
say at that moment there was no compatibility?
yeah,
I was shaking when I came out of there.
yeah.
Wow.
But did it
Scary.
ruin the vacation? No. You know, we just
So-
Just for the
It's a
day.
funny story now.
Yeah,
for
but
the
not
day.
the moment.
Not at the moment.
Yeah.
You've had those.
Well, there's a moment that I recall where I talk about how, you know, getting to know how the other person reacts to things and what they do. So Vanessa and I were dating, and we went to the state fair, you know, in Texas here in Dallas.
yeah.
Every year we go, and so it was our first state fair together. You know, I
I
think
haven't been dating very long.
we hadn't been dating very long. We were with my aunt and my cousin and whatnot, and so we sat down at the big food court area to get a funnel cake. You know, because that's one of the big things that you do when you go to state. You get funnel cake. So I'm sitting there with my funnel cake, and you know they put the powdered sugar on it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there and I'm like this, and Vanessa goes over and she blows the sugar like in my face.
Oh.
And she was, and then after she did that, she was like, "Oh no, how's he gonna react to that?" You know, and she did that in front of like my family that was with us. You know, so I had like powdered sugar all over my face, my clothes.
What were you thinking?
I don't know. I'm just like,
Oh my goodness, that's like,
it
So
wasn't being like mean or ugly, but it's just like I am playful like that sometimes, and I just didn't.
playful?
That's playful. Is that playful, Jesse?
well,
Dude.
you know, so
That's all right.
I would have been like, I'm out.
no, but I saw a look on her face. She was like, like shocked, like, oh. But I mean, so what'd you think? Like after you did that, like, what did you think was gonna happen?
I thought you were going to be angry because it was in front of your family, but like, I don't know, I was just comfortable.
Yeah.
And so like,
So what did you learn about me after that experience, Vanessa?
that you can take.
That you're a
you can take
pushover?
it.
I could take it.
That you're
No.
a pushover?
No. Oh.
No,
No,
but
no,
it's
I'm
just that
just
he
kidding.
can like, he can handle that kind of like Playfulness.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I mean,
I probably would have been like, are you kidding me?
Well, and I'll be honest. I mean, my genuine reaction, I laughed. You know,
Yes.
when she did it, I laughed about it. I thought that was funny.
Hey, would you laugh about it today?
No, I'd probably be like, what are you doing?
It's a waste
See, we all
of
change,
funnel
man.
cake.
We constantly change. We got to be able to adapt.
No, I don't know. I think I'd probably laugh about it also even today. But yeah, I mean,
But that's not the only thing that,
okay,
remember we went to a NASCAR race and I had a red drink
Yeah.
and I don't know if it like fell or something. I didn't
No.
realize.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Is that what happened? I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, then
interrupting.
tell me the story then. 'Cause
go
I
ahead.
guess I don't know.
In your perspective.
Yeah.
You're saying that it fell on me?
No.
Oh no, yeah.
That, like I guess it got like shaken up and I didn't realize that. So I was opening it and instead of turning away from Jesse because I didn't want to get on everybody, I turned it like in
On
the
me.
middle between me and Jesse and it was just a reaction like, oh my gosh, it's going everywhere. So I turned it and it like blew up all over Jesse.
Oh, man.
So she's
that's
always
two
making a
strikes,
mess on
Jess.
you.
Yeah, right.
But that was an accident. Like I did not mean
That's 2
to.
strikes. How many more strikes?
Well, at this point,
I don't even remember how you reacted to that day.
Did you laugh?
I don't know if I laughed.
I don't
I
know.
cried. I don't know what happened. But no, we were just like, oh, okay, no big deal. We'll just clean it up.
That's good, man.
I don't remember.
But you know,
But that was an accident. Like I
but-
did not mean to do that. It just
that comes back to what Emma was saying. It's those moments, right? It's those moments where you have those experiences, and then you realize, you know, that's how that person really is. And then it's like, is that the kind of person I want to be with,
Yeah.
right? And think in those moments, you also learn whether that person is loving or kind, or you know, kind of like what their character is. And of course, when you get married, yes, there's more imperfections that come out. There are more defects that come out, and then that's where the
not cute
relationship is
anymore.
tested, right? I mean, that's another level. That's not just about compatibility.
Right.
That's about if we're willing to both of
I
us
guess, yeah.
really make this work.
So I guess dating is more like, you know, does it pique your interest? Do you
Yeah.
want to continue, right?
Right.
Is it worth it?
Yeah. Do I see some characteristics in that person that is worth pursuing? You know? And then the marriage is all about the test. It's like, yeah, there are going to be things you didn't know when you were dating. There are going to be things that come up that are going to test your marriage and test your relationship. Now, at that point, it's not about compatibility anymore. It's more about
Challenges.
And this is real. And what are you going to do?
Yeah, I think
Challenge
the overarching
accepted.
goal with
I think we have.
the overarching goal with compatibility here is that are both people, do they both have a Christ-centered life, right?
Yeah.
Because if you have Christ at the center of everything, I mean, you know, we're telling all these stories about, you know, awkward situations or maybe situations that could make another person mad, but you handled it. Like, if you have Christ at the center, you will always be able to meet in the middle regardless, right? Because that's your focus, right?
Right.
It's being Christ-like with each other, loving and caring. Because God, I mean, what does the Bible say about it, right? God basically created woman to be a partner
Yeah.
with a man, right? So that they could be happy, because it was not good that man should be alone.
Right? Yeah.
So I mean, that's in all simplicity, it was for that. So,
And that's a great point, Doane. I mean, and I think that's what goes beyond compatibility is, are you willing to practice your faith? Are you willing to be Christ-centered and commit yourself to being Christ-centered even when life and marriage and relationships get difficult?
yeah, and honestly, that's the biggest test, because that's where the devil loves to attack people, because if he can, you know, attack you to the point that one gives up and makes it difficult on the where the relationship suffers, the kids suffer. I mean, he's reached his goal.
Yep.
In breaking apart the most important how do I say, the most important,
Relationship.
yeah, it's one of the most important things that God gave us, that he created, right?
Yeah.
Was this, the family unit, right? Which is supposed to reflect even the Godhead, right? The Godhead, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, they're like a spiritual family, and we reflect that here on earth, you know?
Right.
All showing love to each other, right? So,
Yeah, take your time. You know, if you're one of our listeners, you a young one out there, single, you know, wondering what your life is going to be like or who you're going to find in your life, you know, take your time. And
This is what your future is right here.
yeah. Oh, but
you know, honestly, that I was gonna say this early on, but when I was looking for you know, a partner, that was the one thing I looked at. You know, I wanted to have common ground in the arena of you know, biblical principles,
spiritual
Yeah,
living.
correct,
Yeah.
spiritual living. And you know, has it been like a breeze going through
It
this
should be.
relationship?
It should be.
It should be, but we know
Been
it's
a
not.
strong
because
wind.
A hurricane. It's been a hurricane.
I mean, like
Not
you said,
so much a breeze.
like you said, there's a lot of stuff that comes
Yeah.
out during marriage, right?
Yeah.
That you don't see when you're in the dating phase.
right.
But at the end of the day, if Christ is still at the center
Mm-hmm.
of your life, that other person, you will want to have their best interest too,
Yeah.
because that's the definition of love. It's putting others before yourself.
And you
right?
stick with it, man.
Yeah.
You make that commitment.
So
And
if each person can remember that love is the putting others before yourself, right? Then
yeah.
you should be compatible through anything,
Yeah.
right?
Well, that's a good way to end that, Doane. Good way to tie it up.
We still struggle. I mean,
Yeah.
but we learn to get through it, right?
Every day.
It was too late, man.
I know.
I know. I
it's
saw
like
it was
way
delayed.
late.
I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of, you know, just to wrap this thing up too, I think four of us here, we're very compatible. We've had a very compatible friendship. And I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I think it's very Christ-centered also. Don't
Yep.
you think?
Yes.
Vanessa's like,
Next time on
next time on Haystack Nation,
yeah.
how do you handle divorce?
we'll let you know.
It was just
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us on this podcast episode of Haystack Nation. We'll see you back here next time. God bless.
God bless, guys.